dropped his back, so that's why I think he's taking it easy, and that's obviously why he survived this long. His horns are huge, because he's just checked everything out. Size-wise, they're probably about the same size as a female kudu, but just that little bit wider. There you go. So this is your next question, who done it? So the reason why I picked this bit up is this helps to give it away. But I've picked this piece up so you can actually see inside it. You can see it's very smooth. So who done it? Again, have a think about who might utilise this area. It might help to give it away. The dung beetles, because dung beetles have several ways of dealing with the dung, so depending on their species. So this species looks like there was the dung pile there, and they actually dug straight down underneath the dung pile, and they'll just take the piece of dung straight down into the ground. And the reason for doing this is to actually provide food for the eggs. So when the eggs hatch, the offspring actually have something to eat. You also get dung beetles actually just laying the eggs straight in the pile of dung, which is why we avoid driving straight through the dung. We're trying to go around it or put a wheel so it's over the dung pile, because there's a lot of insects that will utilise the dung. Then you'll get the ones that are very typical that a lot of people know about, and they will build the balls. And they've actually got, it almost looks like claws, but they're not. It's not really claws. It's just like fingers on the end of their legs, and that helps them to gather up the dung and build the dung ball. And you know the ones that have done it previously, because they actually build a really nice round ball, and it just rolls so smoothly. And you can see the ones that haven't maybe done it before, because they end up with a piece of flat dung or even a bit of old dung, and they'll just try and roll that, and obviously there's a lot more energy wasted doing that. And then you will get the fourth type of dung beetle, who will steal those dung balls. Once they've been done and they've started rolling away, they'll steal those dung balls off of the owner. So there's 4 different ways they will deal with dung. Purple flat colour, or am I a bit too close? Hey everybody, welcome back. And I think I lost you. Dung, correct, it was wildebeest. And one of the big giveaways of wildebeest dung is that it clumps together. Now, especially when we're going into winter, or going from winter into summer, there's a lot of moisture that's found in the vegetation as soon as we have the rains. And sometimes the animals' dung can start clumping together. Other animals that don't usually clump together because their diet has changed slightly with the amount of nutrients available. So as you're going into that season, or going from the winter to the summer, you do have to be mindful of that. But generally speaking, wildebeest all year round will quite often clump together like that. So we're looking at this beautiful flower here, and I'm just going to grab some leaves, because if ever you're stuck in the bush, you can use this to wash yourself. actually, I'm going to have to use water for this, so I'm going to have to stay outside the car. If I actually put a bit of water on the leaves and rub them together, hopefully it should start, oh, I can feel it. There you go, can you see that's quite soapy, that substance, can you see that? This is bush soap. There you go. It doesn't feel very nice, but it just feels soapy. So, for those of you who are concerned about me playing with dung, there you go, I'm washing my hands now with the bush soap. So it's called it's got a number of names: the devil's thorn, the sheep's thorn, and I picked up a seed to show you why. There you go, there's the seed. If I put it on there, it might be easy for you to see. It just smells planty. Doesn't really have much of a smell to it. But that's why it gets called the devil's thorn. There is also a plant called devil's claw, and that gets sold commercially. It can be used for a number of ailments apparently, but this one is slightly different. But as I say, very, very nice to have it as a bush soap if ever you are stuck in the bush and want to wash yourself. Quite pretty. A millipede. Nice to know they're still out and about. I'll see if I can actually show you a millipede. Giant African millipede. Although there are a number of species out here in Africa, there's one that looks like a zebra, black and white, and I've even seen one black and red. But again, just like the butterfly, the African monarchs, and there's a few of them here again. And there looks to be another species, possibly the broad-bordered yellow, dancing around in the grass there. Oh, and of course, as soon as I talk about them, they fly off. But there's the yellow dancing around. You can see it's actually got a much quicker flight, so hopefully that shows the difference between the lazy flight of the monarch and the quicker flight of the... Definitely going to have your work cut out trying to keep up with them. But the African monarchs, there's one or two just dancing around here as well. And this is one of those species of hibiscus. Apparently you can get a hibiscus tea, I've never tried it. And even some of the hibiscus have the property of what I just showed you with the sheep thorn or the devil's thorn, that you can get the leaves and you can rub them together with water to create soap. Yeah, there you go. That's wild sesame. Foxglove, we do get wild foxglove. Stands a little bit taller than the wild sesame. It's helped with a snake bite, but I think that's more superstition than fact.